Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yah, Bashem Yahshai, Bashem Kakadash. Want to send up honors to my elders and apostles, a great millstone that taught me this truth. Peace, love, and respect as always to the hopeful elect, doing this work in sincerity and truth throughout the four corners. So as you see here on the screen, man, and Lord willing, this is an edifying video. First and foremost. Yeah, but man, this is something that was shown to me. And, yeah, man, this is just further proves that we need a savior, man. This past weekend, while we were on the highways and the hedges, one thing that we went over are the moralities of these people here in Babylon. Namely starting with Esau, Edom, because it says what in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay, being Esau, Edom, today's so-called white people. All right, so here it is. They had this series or this movie on Netflix. They had or have it, but if you've seen the trailer for it, the name of it is Cuties, and it's disturbing. It's straight out wickedness, man, and it shows that Esau Edom is a straight up goddamn pedophile, man. Here it is. You have this movie with these young girls, as you see here on the screen. They're they're twerking. That's what the whole entire movie is about. Is these young girls that you see here on the screen twerking. All right. Now, I'm not gonna put it all the way on Esau Edom because we have to consider. You have to consider. Look at the little girl in the front. She appears to be a so-called little black girl. All right, which is what to the a part of the nation of Israel, which are the nation of Judah. Here it is. You let your child be a part of this. Anybody that let their child be a part of this is straight up wickedness, man. May the Most High judge you, man. May the Most High bring His judgment upon you. All right, but hey, man, it just shows, man, that we really gotta get the hell out of here, man. I couldn't come soon enough. All right, so I didn't have any precepts really prepared for this, so I'm gonna pull this precept here in the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3, and I'm gonna start from verse 3. Okay, it says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts, and saying, where is the promise of His coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. So nothing's changed, man. The same immoral spirits that were walking around then, they're walking around now. As the scriptures tell us in Corinthians, it says the spirit of the prophets are subject unto the prophets. It's the same thing with these people who are doing evil. Those same spirits are back here today walking the earth, man. That same impure spirit, evil spirit is still around to this very day. Okay? It says this, for this they are willingly ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High, the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished. They had all type of wickedness going on back then. That's why Noah, he was for all those years trying to tell people the truth, man. Like, hey, look, man, the Lord's about to flood the earth. He's going to rain a terrible rain, man, and it's going to flood the entire earth. Okay, nobody listen. All right, so this is saying the same thing is going to happen in this day and age. Not as far as judgment, it's not going to be water. That's the whole purpose of the rainbow, the covenant. Saying He's not going to flood the earth with water again, but it's going to be by fire, man. And it says that in the book of Isaiah, I believe that the 6th chapter. This one should be with fuel and smell of smoke. All right. So the Most High He's gonna flood this earth with fire, man. All right. It says, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. And the perdition of ungodly men is not only talking about men, if you use context, all right, because you have this earth is more populated with women than men, all right. So using context, all right, the same word is kept in store against the day of judgment, against the perdition of ungodly men, ungodly people, okay. And this is a total act of wickedness, man. Here we're just gonna add this to Esau Edom's list, We're gonna add this to your list, man. You know, the Most High is gonna judge this place so vehemently, man. It's not gonna be funny, you know, but it's gonna be a rejoicing, man, because that matter of fact, I'm getting into it here, okay. So the point that I want to get into, I'm going to jump down to 10. You know, because it says in 8 and 9 that we're not on the Lord's time, and guess what? He's not a man that he's gonna lie. He's not a man that his promise is gonna slack. Okay. So jumping down to verse 10, it says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise." And what's that great noise, man? The sound of those thermonuclear missiles, those nukes exploding, man. You know, those nuclear warheads exploding. You know, thousands on thousands, man. It's going to be a great noise. Something that is going to be, off 4th of July when they have those M80s going off. It's nothing like that, man. It's going to be way more intensified, you know, and dangerous and deadly. Okay. It says, "And the elements shall melt with fervent heat." Now everything is made up of elements, man. No, our bodies are made up of different elements. You know, the air it consists of different elements. You know, I forget exactly what movie I was watching where it says the type of bomb that they had it will pretty much set the air on fire. You know, which they have these type of nuclear missiles to this very day, man. You know, the technology of these nuclear missiles have exceedingly advanced, way past the hydrogen bomb. You know, and guess what, man? The Lord's gonna have this place utterly destroyed. That's why it says this place is going to be as a desert place, as it says in the book of Isaiah, the 13th chapter. You know, and look, this is wickedness, man. That's going on in this place. And if you love it here, you deserve it, man. You know, if you're not concerned about the prophecies, you deserve to have Babylon, man, and everything that comes with it. All right. It says, "And the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up." So this is the point that I want to get. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. You know, and this movie that Esau Edom came out with that I showed, that's not even the tip of the iceberg, man. You know, there's so much injustice going on. There's so much wickedness. It's hard to name everything, man, that Esau Edom has done throughout this earth, man. All right? But all the works that are done in this earth are going to be burned up. You know, the works of our people. You know, the way they willingly go against the Heavenly Father's law, statutes, and commandments. You know, eating abominable things. You know, smoking and destroying their lungs. All right? Indulging into sorcery by way of letting their children just watch anything on TV. You know, and believing the enchantments of Esau. Man, the list goes on and on and on, man. Okay, it says, "Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness," man. Okay, and I don't know if there's a clip. No, I really rather not play a clip, man. It's too disturbing to play. You know, this should vex your spirit, man. So I'm gonna get this in the book of I believe the book of Malachi, the very first chapter. No, not Malachi. I'm gonna type it in. I believe it's Amos. So like here. To behold grievance. Alright, so like here. Habakkuk, alright. So this book of Habakkuk, chapter 1, in verse 3, it says, "Why dost thou shew me iniquity, and cause me to behold grievance? For spoiling and violence are before me, and there are that rise up with strife and contention." All right, when it's really talking about the violence of the so-called white man towards the nation of Israel, or these different heathen nations bringing having this hatred and violence towards the nation of Israel and destroying us and vehemently, man. but also it goes into the morals too. You know, you got to consider all these things, man. When you look around, it's grievous to see the things that are going on. It's grievous to see that the so-called black man is not giving the respect that he should, man. You know, and this is because this women's liberation thing, which was also put into play by Esau Edom, is giving these women the authority to have power over men. You know, and this has become a very feminist society because of it, man. The children are all out of order because guess what? Most households, the father's not in the house. You know, and it's a lot of times it's because of the so-called black woman or whatever woman, man. You know, it's so everything's out of whack. It's grievous, man, to see how as it says in the book of Micah, you know, the book of Amos, it says, I have seen princes upon, Ecclesiastes, Salakia. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking upon the earth. You know, i.e. Esau Edom being on his high horse and being exalted in the true nation of Israel, the Negro, Latino, and Native American people being portrayed as nothing. All right? And so that's all I really had to decide. I didn't have really too many precepts. You know, Lord willing, some comes back to me later because I just woke up not too long ago and I just did this video. So Abarat Zah, it was edifying. And Lord willing, I'm able, like I said, to come back and add on to it. Until then, I'll say shalom.